Hello students, let us start our chapter 1 physical world, which is a very introductory session for the physics subject, which is related with the other science subjects chemistry and biology, and it is directly related with the mathematics for the analysis. Physics is present around us in each activity we are doing. While we can sit, we can stand on our feet while we are walking, while the temperature variation is existed, while this communication of the sound is present, while the sun around which all the planets are moving around the earth, moon and artificial satellites are moving. So this everywhere physics is there. This physics is basically a study of the basic laws of nature with the different natural phenomena. It is a basic discipline in the category of natural science. This natural science also includes chemistry and biology. This word science originates from the Latin verb scientia, meaning to know, Sanskrit word vignan, and the Arabic word ilm, which conveys knowledge. The meaning of the science, that is knowledge. This physics word comes from Greek word that is meaning nature. Sanskrit equivalent of the physics is bhautiki, that is used to refer to the study of physical world present around us. This physics gives us inquiring and imaginative human mind has responded to wonder and awe of nature in different ways, as we can see the blue sky, as we can see the rainbow during the rain season, we can see the twinkle stars. So this is what the twinkling of the star is also existed due to the physics present in the nature. We can observe the physical environment carefully, look for meaningful patterns and relations in natural phenomena. We can build and use new tool to interact with it. This human endeavor led to modern science and technology. For that we need to understand what is first science, the modern science we are saying, and later on we will understand this scientific methods, the technology of it. So what is science? Science is basically a systematic approach to understand this natural phenomena in detail. We can predict, modify and control this phenomena present around us. We can explore it. We can do activity experiment on it. We can predict some of the factors from it. This curiosity in us can learn about this world, these unraveling secrets present in the nature. To understand this secrets present with the nature, we need to use some experiment. We need to do it by predicting some of the parameter. We need to follow some systematic approach. This systematic approach basically can be known as a scientific method, scientific techniques. Then what is scientific method? This scientific method involves several interconnected steps. That is a systematic observation. We need to observe first the activity which is performed around it. We need to do some of the experiments over it. From that experiments, whatever the results are generating, from that results we need to do some qualitative and quantitative analysis. While we are doing the analysis, the best modeling technique is the mathematical modeling. We need to do mathematical analysis. We need to do some of the prediction and assumption, and at the end we are going to verify the theory. Now whatever the verification of the theory is existed, some of the theories are acceptable as it is universally. That must be verified by some experiments and the observation. This theory and observation is a basic process in the science to learn the progress in the science. This science is very dynamic subject. There is no final theory in science and no unquestioned authority among the scientists. An observation can improve the detail and give the precise result. We can do the precision or experiments to get a better response, to get a new result from the theories. That theory must account for them for the introducing modification. This modification cannot be drastic and may lie within the framework of the existing theory. And some of this existing theory that unable to explain new observation, new techniques, new experiments cannot be performed from that earlier given theory. So for that, new concept come across. For example, Newtonian mechanics could not explain the basic feature of atomic phenomena. Wave picture of light cannot explain the photoelectric effect properly. So for that, the development of a radically new theory come across, that is the quantum mechanism to deal with atomic and molecular phenomena. So this is how some of the theories can be accepted by very few modification. Some of the theory cannot explain the new structure, so completely new theorem comes and existed, can explain the new experiments. Now, some of the results are there that perform some of the scientists, some of the experiments are performed by them and give the results. Johannes Kepler gives the planetary motion and their extensive data. Bray defined that whatever the Kepler suggested, that circular orbital path which is not existed, but that orbital path is elliptical rather than the circular orbits. Nicholas Copernicus had been replaced by elliptical orbits to fit in a better data by providing the fitting parameter, which are these fitting parameters are constant to avoid the discrepancy between mathematical analysis and actual existed experimental data. Goldfoyle gives a scattering of alpha particles. Rutherford gives the established nuclear model of the atom. Bohr gives a quantum theory of hydrogen atom. Dirac gives the concept of antiparticle that is first introduced by him theoretically. And Anderson gives the experimental discovery of that anti-electron. And he confirmed its existence. So this is how a number of results are available by some of the experiments which are done by the well-known scientists. In physics, we attempt to explain diverse physical phenomena in terms of few concepts and laws. This afford to see the physical world present around us by the universal law in different domains and conditions. For example, law of gravitation, which is given by Newton. He described by one of the experiment as the apple fall from tree towards the ground, and based on this activity he gave that law of gravitation. Due to that gravitational force, centripetal forces existed for the rotary motion, and based on that centripetal force around the earth, moon is moving in a rotary motion in a circular form, and around the sun number of planets are moving in a circular motion. That is due to the centripetal force, and this centripetal force is existed due to the gravitation. From certain height, any object we are dropping, so free fall is existed, and based on that, this particular object moving towards the ground. Other basic law is available, that is the electromagnetism. This electromagnetic law is given by the Maxwell. Maxwell gave 4 equations to give the explanation of this electromagnetic wave. In this law, it is related with electric and magnetic fields. Change in the electric field can give a magnetic field, and change in the magnetic field through which electric field can be generated. So these both fields are related to each other. We cannot separate it out. and from that electromagnetic wave can be generated based on the Maxwell equation. Another important law, that is the reductionism, which derives if the property of the bigger and complex system. This bigger and complex system is quite complex, which we cannot understand easily. So here we are providing some interaction property. We try to make it more simpler, and this process to make that complex system into the easy system, to make it understand, this is what the heart of the physics. Another law is the thermodynamics. This thermodynamics is dealing with the temperature, entropy, and internal energy of any system, any object. Kinetic theory is available, that is the statistical mechanics, that is interpreted the quantities in terms, the properties of molecule constitutes of the bulk system. The temperature was seen to be related to the average kinetic energy of molecules of the system. So here this is what we are able to understand the physics with the different simpler laws. We can perform some of the activity and experiments and be able to get the yield, the output, the response. So here we are going to end this session. Hope you understood. Thank you.